15, Ronnie O'Sullivan to break.
Two more frames to be played in this session. You got a feel for Stephen, but he's done it to other players. When he was at his height of his career, he used to steamroller them. This is Stephen's view. There's no path back to baulk there, so he's don't want to play the risky red, which he was tempted into a couple of frames ago, and he only had the one shot. So playing the two cushion escape, trying to catch the reds thin.
Foul and a miss. Ronnie O'Sullivan 4.
This has been the 7th frame of the, oh, we've had 7 break-off today, John. Not once have we seen a red potable in 7 frames off the break.
No, Ronnie's everything he does at the moment, he's just inch perfect. Well, this two cushion escape, you think so. Stephen's a little bit of a way away from it. Maybe needs a bit more side.
Is that right? That way.
Kayla just asking Stephen, is that right? And
Okay, Ronnie.
Stephen happy, I'm certain Ronnie will be. We just got to get a bit more side. He can play this shot, but don't catch the red too thick. That's what he's frightened of. Not close again.
Foul and a miss. Ronnie O'Sullivan 4.
It's well on. I thought the brown may be in the way of him playing this shot, but it certainly isn't. And of course, he'll be warned now.
Okay, I've got to warn you, if you don't hit a ball on, you'll lose a frame.
This is the second time this morning that Stephen has been warned that if he doesn't hit a ball, he will forfeit the frame. So he's got to take this red on now. He didn't want to. And for the second time this morning, when the referee has forced him into playing the red, he didn't. He's putted it. He's had no table time.
8.
It's all been Ronnie O'Sullivan. What can he make of this opportunity?
Yes, it's the first ball is potted in 3 frames.
9.
87, 133, 135 without reply. And it was just under 50 minutes of play without potting one, so this will be a monumental task here if you can make something happen. And that's when you're out of form. That is when you're struggling. You can't believe it. The way Ronnie's playing, if he'd played that shot, he'd been on a couple of reds. Because he's playing so well, Ronnie, things happen for you. And when you're playing, well, he's not playing poorly, Hendry. He's missed a couple. But when things are not going for you, that's very, very cruel. Playing the swerve shot back into baulk. I don't know whether he hit the red, did he?
Stephen Hendry.
It must have been
16.
virtually touching ball. Horrible game sometimes, too, isn't it? The harder you try, the harder it gets.
It's always been the same. When you need a little bit of luck, you never get it. Doesn't look to be too bad a shot, that, from Stephen. Particularly if he's covered the red on the left-hand side of the table with the brown. And Hawkeye, I think, will show us that he has. Nicely judged escape. Not left anything on. Once again, important when Stephen plays as he tries to cover that red in the left-hand cushion. It's not too bad if he gets tight against the baulk cushion. Well, that didn't work out as Ronnie planned, and I think this red will cut back into the right middle. Where the cue ball goes, you wouldn't be certain. But don't miss the red. Don't miss the red. Just overcut it. He was trusting to look for position. This red goes into the right middle, far right corner. And Stephen must be thinking at the moment he cannot afford to make a mistake, and he's putting pressure on every shot he plays, safety or pots.
Very rarely do you see almost a look of retirement in a gentleman's face of Stephen's class, but he looked a little bit frustrated, and to think he's played 14.5 frames and he's up to 94% in pot success rate is amazing. I don't know what the highest success rate is over the best of 25. We'll try and find that out for you at some stage, but it's impossible to be 94%. I mean, it just is. You know, I would think over 25 frames, maybe 92% would be about the highest ever.
Well, he's having a close look, Ronnie. Does the red above the black go to the right corner? He's having a second look, so it must be tight. Or can he get through to the one? Well, if you could get to the one just to the right of the black, that would be the better red to pot. I think the other one definitely goes. That's the one he'd like. There's a gap between the red and the black for the red in the right corner. If you could pot that, he'd bring the black into play and available into both corner pockets. Looking for alternatives.
Yeah, Stephen had chances in the opening 3 frames. He's had a chance in this frame, and apart from that, I can't remember any more chances. So we're talking 4 chances in 6 frames. That's how good O'Sullivan has played this morning.
Seven.
Felt that all the other options were difficult to guarantee position, so just rolling that red. He knew he'd be leaving the blue. He can go left middle, but you would think he'd be far left corner. Got more control of the cue ball then.
Well, obviously the red on the pink spot pots, otherwise he would have played it in the far corner.
12.
Yeah, it just goes. The pink won't go, so that's a good back for the blue.
13.
Another example of just how smooth he gets through the ball.
I mean, how slow did he hit this screw shot, John? Got plenty of reaction.
Yeah, it's like the white stopped and then just give it a chance for the backspin and then took it, and it's just inch perfect on the blue. He's in full stride, no doubt about that.
And once again, you see, Ronnie knows to win the frame, he's got to get the black into play.
18.
And look where he's put the cue ball. Absolutely perfect. Pot the red, flick the red away from the black, end of racing.
26. 27.
'Well, he's opened the reds, but it's gone slightly wrong.
34.
They've not broke as he hoped. He's got a red to the left middle, but it's a tricky one. 26 points the lead. Oh, it looked tricky. Lovely pot.
Yeah, sure.
And once again, lovely control of the cue ball. I know some people, Willie, criticise us for eulogising so much about Ronnie, but we've done the same with Stephen Hendry when he was at the peak of his powers. And having played the game at the top level, and you watch these players when they're playing at the best, like Ronnie has done this morning,
42.
you've just got to be so impressed. I make no apologies. If a player plays well, I think you've got to call it as it is. And Ronnie this morning has been absolutely magnificent. Okay, the first couple of frames, Stephen had chances and he'll be ruining those opportunities that went astray. But since then, Stephen has had no chance whatsoever against a barrage of breaks.
43. 49. 50.
Not over the winning line in this frame yet. He's 42 in front. That's gone astray. Green, brown, blue or pink he can play here. He plays the pink, well, left-handed. You can imagine him stunning off one cushion, dropping in behind the red on the left-hand side in the middle. Well, he's trying to reach it. He played around the back of the red probably just to give himself choice of pockets. See, that's the reason he played around the back, and he's just hitting the ball as good as you can hit it. As good as you can hit it.
56.
He knows this is a big ball though. This is a blind pocket. Two more reds, two colours needed.
Left-handed, right-handed. Just checking the scoreboard. 49 the lead. Colour, one more red required. The next red isn't obvious. Well, he played an excellent shot there. He's not perfect on this red, but he's only got to roll it in to go 56 ahead with only 51 remaining. No heroics.
54.
Sometimes out there, John, it's hard to add up, isn't it? We've all been there, and Ronnie's had about 10 looks at the scoreboard. In a minute, he'll realise he's won this frame, barring snookers.
$71.
past the point where Stephen Hendry will bother coming back to the table.
72.
Well, I've seen some sessions of snooker, John, but you can't play better than this.
No, the last frame he made a break of 135. Frame before 133.
78.
And you wouldn't bet against
79.
a third century in succession. And look at the pot success now, up to 95% and rising. Too easy for Ronnie O'Sullivan. It's getting very hard for Stephen Hendry. It loses another one. Ronnie O'Sullivan leads 11-4. Well, this is breathtaking, Willie.
It's the best I've ever seen, to be honest. Yes, I've seen Hendry make 4 and 5 centuries on the trot. I've seen him make 6 centuries in 9 frames. And we shouldn't forget how good a player Hendry is and how great he was. And he was unbelievably good. But even at his best, Hendry, he never looked pedestrian, he never looked workmanlike because he was a genius. But Ronnie's just got that way of making it look like it is ridiculously easy.
Yeah, he's got that way of playing. He's got that certain panache, the way he walks around the table. And we're lucky to have him. And when he's at his best and in the right frame of mind, he's everything a game, any sport would want.
Thank you. Last final frame of the session, Stephen Hendry to break.
The last frame of this session.
Unbelievable. कोई भी मौका दिया ही नहीं है अभी तक स्टीफन हेनरी को। और पता नहीं क्यों मुझे, माफ़ कीजिएगा अगर आप स्टीफन हेनरी के फैन हो, तो मुझे वो चेहरे से भी अच्छा नहीं लग रहा है। जैसा उनका गेम है वैसा ही वो डिजर्व करते हैं। 4 फ्रेम से 1 फ्रेम आगे ही नहीं बढ़ पाए, तो मेरे हिसाब से तो ये एक प्रोफेशनल स्नूकर ना चेहरे से लगते हैं ना गेम से। और फाइनली अपनी पहली राइड खेलने में सफल रहे स्टीफन हेनरी। क्या लगता है इस सेशन के लास्ट फ्रेम को विन कर पाएंगे या नहीं? क्योंकि मुझे स्टीफन हेनरी का बिल्कुल भी गेम एक प्रोफेशनल की तरह लगा ही नहीं। ना आप सेव करा पा रहा है, ना पॉट करा पा रहा है। और फ्रेम देखिए, जहां से स्टार्ट किया था 4-4, वहां से आगे हिले ही नहीं। कंटिन्यू कैसे हो सकता है कि आप 7 फ्रेम कंटिन्यू हार जाएं? शुक्र मनाइए कि वो भी पॉट हो गई। नहीं तो ये फ्रेम भी आप रॉनी ओसुलिवन को तोहफे में दे देते। फ्रेम नंबर 16 अभी हम देख रहे हैं और ये लास्ट है सेशन का। बाकी का अगर मुझे इसके आगे के फ्रेम्स मिलेंगे तो मैं डेफिनेटली अपलोड करूंगा आप लोगों के लिए। लेकिन इस सेमीफाइनल में मैंने देखा कि क्या कमाल के शॉट परफॉर्मेंस रॉनी की तरफ से, अनबिलीवेबल रहा सब कुछ। मुझे तो अभी भी लग नहीं रहा है कि इस फ्रेम को भी विन कर पाएंगे स्टीफन हेनरी। ये देखिए, मुझे बिल्कुल भी ये प्रोफेशनल नहीं लग रहा है कहीं से भी। अब यहाँ पर सेव करने के अलावा मुझे नहीं लगता कि कोई और ऑप्शन रहा है स्टीफन हेनरी के पास। ये देखिए, मुझे बिल्कुल भी कहीं से भी, ना चेहरे से ना गेम से, कहीं से भी स्टीफन हेनरी मुझे एक प्रोफेशनल स्नूकर प्लेयर लग नहीं रहा है। माफ़ कीजिएगा, कोई इनसे मुझे पर्सनल कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है, लेकिन अगर आप देखेंगे रॉनी की तरफ तो वो अलग ही एक लग रहा है कि एक स्नूकर प्लेयर है जो कि बहुत ही ज़्यादा प्रोफेशनल है अपने गेम को लेकर। यहाँ पर ब्लैक खेलते हुए रेड्स ओपन करनी चाहिए थी, लेकिन वो प्रोफेशनलिज्म दिखा ही नहीं मुझे। इस प्रकार से कौन रेड्स खोलता है कि उसके बाद कोई रेड मिले ही ना। मैं बहुत ज़्यादा डिसअपॉइंटेड हूँ इनके गेम को लेकर। देखिए, अब 44 पॉइंट का ब्रेक, उसके बाद सेफ्टी, और ये देखिए, चलिए इस बार तो एटलीस्ट एस्केप तो करा लिया। लेकिन अगर ये रेड खेलने में कामयाब होते हैं रॉनी और सलीवान, तो मुझे नहीं लगता है कि वो 44 पॉइंट किसी काम के होंगे। ओह हो, लवली। लीजिए, अब आपको देखने को मिलेगा प्रोफेशनल एक स्नूकर कैसे खेलते हैं। हालांकि 44 पॉइंट की लीड है सामने, लेकिन मुझे नहीं लगता उससे कोई प्रॉब्लम होगी रॉनी को। ये देखिए, ए से खोला जाता है रेड्स बॉल को। शायद यही चीज बता रहे थे रॉनी स्टीफन हेनरी को। ब्यूटीफुल कंट्रोलिंग के साथ एक बार फिर से स्टार्ट किया है। डिफिकल्ट रेड थी जो कि रॉनी ओसुलेवन ने पहली रेड बॉल खेली। हालांकि ये फ्रेम डिफिकल्ट नहीं बचा है, रॉनी के नजरिए से इजी। और ऐसे काफी सारे हमने मैचेस देख रखे हैं जिसमें रॉनी इससे ज्यादा क्रूशल फ्रेम्स को क्लियर करते हुए देखा है हमने, तो उनके मुकाबले ये तो काफी इजी। और अगर अभी तक आप लोगों ने लाइक नहीं किया, शेयर नहीं किया, तो लाइक शेयर कर दीजिए। और चैनल को पहली बार वॉच कर रहे हैं तो प्लीज चैनल को भी सब्सक्राइब करें। ये देखिए, ये होता है एक प्रोफेशनल स्नूकर प्लेयर। ब्यूटीफुल। बेचारे स्टेफन हेनरी इस फ्रेम में तो थोड़ा ढंग का खेल पाए थे, लेकिन अनफॉर्चुनेटली वो भी हार जाएंगे। और इसके अगर आगे के फ्रेम्स मुझे मिलेंगे तो मैं डेफिनेटली डालूंगा। ज़्यादा तो बचे नहीं होंगे खैर, लेकिन मिलेंगे तो डालूंगा। और अगर नहीं मिले तो मैं प्रॉमिस नहीं कर रहा हूँ, तो फिर मैं अपलोड नहीं कर पाऊंगा। और स्टीफन हेनरी की जो लीड थी 44 पॉइंट की, उसको तो क्रॉस कर चुके हैं। और अपनी लास्ट रेड बॉल की प्लेसिंग चेक करते हुए ब्यूटीफुल। अभी भी 27 रिमेनिंग है, लेकिन उससे क्या ही फर्क पड़ने वाला है। रॉनी अगर मिस करेंगे जब की बात है। अठारह पॉइंट पड़े हुए हैं और 22 पॉइंट आगे हैं रॉनी। तो एक स्नूकर चाहिए होगा स्टीफन हेनरी को, लेकिन मुझे लगता नहीं है कि ले पाएंगे। चार कलर से नहीं ले पाए स्नूकर, फिर 3 कलर से नहीं ले पाए, अब 2 से क्या ही ले लेंगे ये। और जबकि ब्लैक देखिए, ब्लैक बॉल बिल्कुल कुशन टाइड रखी हुई है, तो मुझे तो कहीं से भी नहीं लगता कोई बैट लगाना चाहे तो मैं लगा लूंगा। किसी भी एंगल से ये खिलाड़ी मुझे प्रोफेशनल लगा ही नहीं। इनको तो क्यू बॉल को कंट्रोल करना भी नहीं आता। चलिए मिलेंगे इसके बाकी के फ्रेम्स में। थैंक्स फॉर वॉचिंग गाइस, थैंक यू सो मच।